visual. So you in the head and made your own YouTube-based TV show. It's an array of IPAs and fighters on the road. Got a question? Put them in your comment section right below. Barbershop talk while you're sitting in your living room. Pacquiao, Mayweather, and we can't forget the brews. Coming to you live with the scoops like a ladle. Allow me to introduce the boxing round table. Yeah.
So, the businessmen, the business world, being a businessman. It's funny that, 99.9% of the times in the world of business, it is the consumer versus the company, corporation. So no matter what it is, regardless of whatever the fact, whatever it may be, whether it be a special running on your Comcast cable or Xfinity cable, or the BOGO, the buy one get one free, the 1 day only sale, the buy two get one half off. It's always the consumer versus the corporation. You go to a Best Buy and you buy a returned item, or you go online and purchase a refurbished item, just because of the cost that, it's cheaper. Shoes, you try and get a pair on sale. The combo meal at McDonald's, it's cheaper than buying each item separately. Or the dollar menu. All these things all predicate from the same thing. When you, the consumer, go to spend your money, you want to get the most for your money that you possibly can get in return. So if you could spend $5 and get 5 double cheeseburgers, that's much better than spending $5 and only getting 2 double cheeseburgers. Regardless of how you cut it, whether you eat the motherfuckers or not. If you can go to the store and get 2 pair of True Religion jeans for the price of 1, you're gonna get 2 pair if you're already gonna spend the money for the price of 1. But for some odd reason, when it comes to boxing, there's a certain select group of fans or people that watch boxing or into it or whatever. They are not on the consumer side of it, even though they're not part of the business or the corporation. Like, when have you ever went to the store or been at the store and seen somebody else say, "Man, these strawberries, buy one get one free. I'ma just wait till they ain't buy one get one free and come back and get some." Or somebody had a special on shrimp and lobster. You went to the restaurant and had shrimp and lobster, and they said, "Well, the shrimp and lobster is on sale for $19.99. It's normally $39.99. Well, I want some shrimp and lobster, but because it's on sale, I'm not gonna get none. I'm gonna wait till it's full price again." Somehow in boxing, we came to this realm of, well, yeah, you shouldn't fight this dude because it ain't gonna bring no money. Like, if you're a fan of the sport and you're telling other people that you think that that's a good fight, why in the fuck would it matter how much they getting paid if it's a good fight to you? You ain't never went to the store and was like, "God, these some good ass jeans. Ain't no way in the world they should have these motherfuckers for $105 when they're usually $255. You wouldn't do that. You wouldn't go to the store and get Madden and be like, "Wow, it's only $49 this time. Last year when I got it, it was $69. Why in the fuck would they do that?" you know what? I'm putting this shit back. You wouldn't do that. You wouldn't be like, oh man, they can't be making that much money off these MacBooks. They done came down from 1,300 to 1,100. Shit, they probably getting killed off of this shit. No, that shit doesn't fucking happen. But for some reason, we feel like, or we've started to hear people say $700,000 for a fight just ain't enough. He should hold out for more. That's not a good fight to take, because he only gonna get $2 million for that fight. Like, if LeBron James wanted to go to the Los Angeles Lakers, but he couldn't get a max deal, I don't think the people in LA would be like, man, I don't think LeBron should have came here, because he could have got more money in Miami, or he could have got a max deal in Cleveland. Why would he only take $17 million to play here in LA? I just can't imagine people saying that shit. Only in the world of boxing do we hear that shit. I don't get it. I just don't understand it. Like, when have you ever paid your phone bill and said, fuck man, this fucking phone bill, $99. It should be $100. I'm just gonna give him $109 anyway, because usually it's a little bit over $108. So I'm gonna just pay that shit anyway. You know what I mean? Because I think that's what my phone is worth. Like, who does it? Don't only recently in the realm of boxing has the consumer been on the side of the business or the corporation. I just don't get it. I think Al Gaiman has brainwashed some of us so much so to a point that we don't even realize what we saying. Like, we say it because we've heard it said so much. Like, check this out. This was about a week ago. I'm at work and I'm sitting and this dude is talking to me, this fucking dude that I can't really, he gets on my nerves because he just talks so much. But he's talking about golf and he's like, Tiger Woods is the best golfer in the world. I said, man, why do you say that? Like, what tournament has Tiger won? What championship? What PGA event? What's his actual ranking? You don't know. Because if you knew, you would know that he's not the #1 golfer in the world. But you've heard that shit said so long and so much, heard his name mentioned and talked about so much, that you just regurgitate what you hear. And I think that we've gotten to a point as boxing consumers that we just regurgitate what we hear to be the truth, and not even acknowledging what we just said about some shit we just said something about. Since when should we not want to see the best fights, irregardless of what the fuck they're getting paid? Why should we care if Danny Garcia makes $7 million to fight Lamont Peterson or $700,000 to fight Lamont Peterson? Because it's still a shitload of money, whether it's $700,000 or $7 million. And I'm sure that in his case, that we, if any of us were in his shoes and we had an option of taking $700,000 or $7 million, we're gonna take the $7 million. But the case in point is this: if you're gonna fight, you're gonna train for 8 or 12 weeks or however many weeks it is you're gonna train for. Why would you train for a dude who could not help your legacy, enhance your credibility or your popularity one iota? but turn around and have to do the same shit again, and probably more so, to fight a motherfucker who will help your popularity, your legacy, and probably pay you more money. I don't understand that. I don't get it. If I'm going to train for 8 weeks for a fight, I could train for 8 weeks to fight for $700,000 or for $7 million or whatever the case may be. I don't get it. I mean, and when as us as consumers decided, you know what, I'm gonna get this new iPhone, even though it's not a touchscreen no more, it's a flip phone, and there ain't no Siri, and it don't even have the internet, but I'm gonna get this iPhone. It wouldn't work like that. We would never be on the side of the on the side of the business as a consumer if some shit like that was to happen. But in the realm of boxing, it seems like even the fans have gone that route. You know, it's just to piggyback kind of off the video of when is it a good time for fighters to fight? Like, if you can fight, let's just say, in your realm, and when I say your realm, I mean your weight division, your promoter or network, whatever you fight on or whatever, and your status, you know, your tier as a fighter, you know. If there's five guys in your realm and you have the opportunity to fight all 5 of them, why wouldn't you want to fight and beat all 5 of them if you're a fighter? Now, do you believe at any point that, let's say Michael Jordan, his rookie season, he said, you know what? I don't really think it's a good idea to try and win a championship this year. I mean, it's just, you know, maybe I just try for it next year. Or Tom Brady said, this year not a good year to try and win a Super Bowl. Or this is not a good game for us to try and win. What we'll do is we'll just take this week off and try and win the next 2 weeks. Like, and I know that somebody is saying, well, yeah, that happens all the time in the NFL because the last week of the season, sometimes the starters don't play. You're absolutely right. The reason that they don't play is an anticipation for playing in that playoff game the next week. Now, there's no need to play in a meaningless game, which is my fucking point. There's no need for Tom Brady, if his team has already wrapped up the division, wrapped up home field advantage, to play in week 16, because week 16 don't matter, win or lose. The next week matters. So the only thing that could happen in week 16, if Tom Brady plays with home field advantage wrapped up and all of that shit, is something bad. So in the case of, for instance, Danny Garcia, the only thing that could have happened in that fight was something bad. A cut, him losing, getting knocked out, getting dropped, looking bad. Because knocking out Rod Salka in round 1 or 2, wherever the fuck it was, because I didn't pay no attention to it, it didn't help him. Just like Tom Brady could play in week 16. He could throw for 350 yards, come out unscathed. But we're not going to look back at week 16 game when we discussing his legacy and say, oh shit, Tom Brady in week 16 threw for 315 yards against the Cincinnati Bengals. But we will talk about that playoff game. And the only way that that game could get talked about in the relationship to Tom Brady is if he was to get his leg broken, get concussed where he couldn't play the next week, or Lord forbid have a career-ending injury. That's the only way that fucking game would ever get talked about again. It's your boy, Rollo Jenkins. Holla at your boy.